हेलो एवरीवन, वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग टू ऑल। आई होप कि सब जाग चुके हैं। ओके, नाउ सो टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट विद द क्लास 10th physics syllabus. Okay, so actually in physics we are having four chapters: electricity, magnetic effect of electric current, light and human eye. And this particular chapter which is we are going to start today, that is nothing but the sources of energy. As it comes, the topic related to energy, it is combined with the physics. Actually it is a part of, we can say, general science EVS. Okay, so if we are talking about the preparation of this particular chapter as per exam purpose, so the weightage of this chapter is near about 3 to 4 marks. Okay, and talking about this particular chapter, the whole chapter is just a theory. It is not like physics, no numericals, no derivations. Okay, so maybe you enjoyed this particular chapter because no derivations and numericals were there. Now I am going to share the whole notes today itself. Okay, the whole notes of this chapter. So go through that notes, read each and every line from the textbook. Okay, so obviously you are going to get the full marks of this particular chapter. Now let's start with this particular chapter. So talking about sources of energy, but first concentrate on this particular term, energy. Okay, in the last year in the chapter work and energy, yes, we are giving the definition to the particular entity, that is energy. So what is meant by energy? The capability to perform work or the capacity to perform work is nothing but the energy. Okay, and in the same chapter work and energy, one law is there, that is law of conservation of energy. And this particular law says that energy can neither be created nor be destroyed in any chemical or physical change. Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. It is only converts from one form to another form, and the total amount of energy in the universe always remains constant. If the total amount of energy in the universe always remains constant, but still we are facing the problems like energy crisis, terms like load shedding, है ना, बिजली कम पड़ना. Now why we are facing these particular problems? Then energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. We cannot create that, and even it is not going to destroy. अब खत्म ही नहीं होने वाली है. That's why we are worrying, why we are facing energy crisis. It is because whatever the particular form we are using, whatever the particular form of energy we are using, after the use, that particular form of energy going to convert into any different form which is less in use. If you take an example, if you burn a candle, because we require light energy, so as we burn the candle, the chemical energy stored in that particular wax is going to convert into two different forms, that is light energy and heat energy. Yes, that is useful form for us, but after the use, we cannot again collect that light energy and heat energy which is spread in the atmosphere and again convert it into wax. It's not possible. So we are utilizing chemical energy of wax, convert it into light and heat, but again we cannot regain the same form. That is, it is going to convert from one useful form to other, and maybe the next form we cannot again convert into the wax. Okay, we'll take some other examples also. For example, if we are having 100 ml of water with us, 100 ml of water with us having a temperature of 75 degrees Celsius. Okay, we are having water with us, temperature 75 degrees Celsius. Now this particular beaker which is having a water of 75 degrees Celsius kept in a particular room, that room having a temperature of 25 degrees Celsius. What? 25 degrees Celsius. Then what will happen? The temperature of this particular water goes on decreasing. ये जो गर्म पानी है इस रूम में रखने के कारण क्या होते जाएगा? ठंडा होते जाएगा. ठंडा होते जाएगा का मतलब क्या है? दैट मीन्स द हीट goes into atmosphere. The heat from that particular beaker goes into the room atmosphere and the temperature goes on decreasing. So whatever the heat energy releases from that particular beaker, from that particular water, we cannot recollect again, and we cannot again heat up that particular water now which is having a temperature of 25 degrees Celsius. Are you getting me? So whatever the form of energy we are utilizing, that energy is going to convert into other form. It is not going to destroy. It is not going to destroy, but we cannot again recollect that particular energy to convert it into the initial form. That is nothing but our loss of that particular form of energy. Is it clear? That's why we are facing the problems like load shedding, energy crisis. Means we are utilizing the electrical energy to run the number of electrical appliances. Yes or no? For example, गर्मी हो रही है, फैन ऑन कर दिया. By using electricity we run the fan. फैन से हवा मिली. So electrical energy going to convert into mechanical energy of the fan. That mechanical energy given kinetic energy to the wind. हवा लगी, अच्छा लगा, but can you recollect that kinetic energy of the wind to get converted again into electrical energy? No. That's why we are facing the energy crisis. Is it clear to all? So in this particular chapter we are going to learn what particular different forms of energy we are having, and from what particular resources we are able to get that particular forms of energy. This is nothing but this whole chapter, sources of energy. This is the introductory part. Hope you understand. Go through the first page of this chapter. You will get all these examples. Okay. Now moving towards the next topic. Now energy done. Now talking about source. What is meant by different sources of energy? So first you have to define these sources of energy. So to define that, we are having one activity, that is activity from page number 242, that is activity 14.1. One question is there for you. Okay, I am going to read that question if you don't have textbook with you now. So the question is, list 4 forms of energy that you use from morning when you wake up till you reach the school. Not now, but till you reach the school. From where do we get that particular different forms of energy? Can we call these sources of energy? Why or why not? See, the simple question is there. You wake up, we utilize different forms of energy. With that particular forms of energy, we perform number of tasks and reach to the school. Yes or no? So the question is, identify these 4 different forms of energy you are getting, and identify the sources also from which you are getting this particular form of energy, and can we call these particular things from which we are getting the energy called as sources of energy? This must be the question. So if I am the student, so early I am wake up, go to the washroom. Yes or no? The first thing we did, so then afterward brush. Yes or no? So ब्रश करते हुए क्या करेंगे हम? वी आर यूटिलाइजिंग आवर मस्कुलर एनर्जी टू मूव दैट ब्रश. अगर आप करते होंगे तो, है ना? सो मूव दैट ब्रश. सो वी आर यूटिलाइजिंग आवर मस्कुलर एनर्जी. यस. टू वेक अप फ्रॉम द बेड वी आर यूटिलाइजिंग आवर मस्कुलर एनर्जी. सो दिस पर्टिकुलर मस्कुलर एनर्जी वी आर गेटिंग फ्रॉम व्हाट रिसोर्स? रात में खाना खा के सोए थे ना? यस और नो? केमिकल एनर्जी ऑफ फूड, व्हेन वी कंज्यूम इट, द प्रोसेस इज गोइंग ऑन, and that process gives you ATP. Yes, energy in the form of ATP, that is nothing but the chemical energy. So chemical energy from the food we are utilizing as a muscular energy and perform the number of tasks. फिर हम फ्रेश होंगे, तैयार हो जाएंगे, and by cycle we reach to the school. So while cycling we are pedaling the cycle, that means again we are using muscular energy. So to perform any task which utilizes our body parts, that uses muscular energy, and we are getting that muscular energy from the food. Yes or no? Clear? So that particular food can be termed as source of energy? Definitely. जहाँ से हमें एनर्जी मिली, दैट इज नथिंग बट सोर्स ऑफ एनर्जी. You switch on the light, you switched on the bulb, that bulb will gives you light. Yes, so the bulb is the source of energy that provides you light. Yes or no? Have a tea in the morning, so you are utilizing LPG. That LPG gives us heat energy. With the help of heat energy we are making tea. Yes, so LPG is also a source of energy. So we are utilizing different forms of energy in the morning till you reach the school. Yes or no? So whatever the different forms of energy we are utilizing, identify the resources from which you will get that energy, and that resources are nothing but the sources of energy. So how to define this source of energy? Any material or any medium, I am going to write down here. Any material or any medium from which we get a required form of energy called as sources of energy. Any material or medium from which we get required form of energy called as sources of energy. It's too simple. Okay. Now, so for the different purposes we are having a different forms of energy. Just like, just think about it. If you have to cook the food, this is one task. If you have to cook the food, one task. We require which form of energy? Heat, definitely. To cooking food, we require heat energy. And see the next example. See the next example. आपको बहुत ठंड लग रही है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इट इज़ विंटर सीजन, बड़ी ठंड लग रही है. सो वी यूज टू डू like we burn some wood to get the heat energy. Yes or no? So in both the cases we required heat energy. ठंड लग रही है, we required heat energy, so we burn some wood. You have to cook the food, so we are utilizing LPG. Yes or no? For the different tasks we are utilizing same form of energy, that is heat. Yes, but these two particular forms of energy we are getting from different sources. In one case we are using LPG. LPG means liquid petroleum gas, which is there in the cylinder. Yes, and in the other we are utilizing wood to get that heat energy. Then why? In both the cases we required heat energy. For cooking food, heat energy, and to getting heat up, again we are using heat energy. But in two different cases we are getting heat from different resources. Why? So that gives us another idea that for the different tasks we are utilizing different resources on the basis of certain parameters. We select a particular source. We are having different parameters. हर एक चीज को पहचानने के लिए एक तरीका होगा. There are certain parameters. That parameter decides what particular form you are going to utilize. Okay. Now think about this particular example. Cooking food. In cooking food we required lots of heat that gives the highest temperature. Next one, that must be easy to use. Whatever the resource we are having, it must be easy to use. Means we can say accessible. It must be accessible, easy to use. Number 3, it must be available. It must be available. So LPG is available nowadays because of our current Prime Minister that gives us Ujjwala Yojana, that provides cylinder to each and every people. Yes or no? So because of that we are having LPG. It is easy to use, easily accessible. It is very easy to keep at our home, that is easy to store. Yes or no? Because of these all purposes we are utilizing LPG and it does not create much pollution. Yeah, na? What are the parameters? It is very easy to use, easily accessible. It is very easy to store. Yeah, it is easily available because of our current Prime Minister. Then it gives us lot amount of heat energy. That is the most important part. Lot amount of heat energy for cooking. We are going to define that particular term. Yes. So because of these particular parameters, क्या वो अवेलेबल है, इज इट इजीली accessible, is it easy to store. These are certain parameters. On the basis we select the resource, we select the source of energy. Then sir, why not LPG to get hit up? Then most important part for India, is it cheap, is it affordable to the common people, है ना? Is it affordable to the common people? Means for cooking food we are using LPG, but to get heat up in the winter if we are using LPG, it is not affordable. Then इतना पैसा नहीं है लोगों के पास, ठंड सह लेंगे लड़के, ठंड सह लेंगे हम सब लोग, yes, उतना पैसा नहीं है that we are utilizing LPG for that same purpose. So we are using wood then, because it is cheaper source of energy, it is available, free में मिलता है, तक लकड़ियाँ तोड़ के ला सकते हैं, yes or no? So it is certain parameter, on the basis of it we are going to select a particular form of energy. Are you getting me? Yes. And now we are going to discuss that particular parameters. Okay, on the basis of what we are going to choose our ideal source of energy, or we can say good source of energy. So what are the parameters? Our next topic, characteristics of good source of energy. How to know that the given source is an ideal source of energy. So our next topic, characteristics of good source of energy. Up to this topic, you all are aware that what kind of chapter it is. It is just a discussion. It is just a discussion. Many of the terms you already know about it. Okay, so we just have to discuss. But because of these quarantine days, we cannot communicate with each other. We are not able to interact with each other. This whole topic is just the interaction. No numerical, no derivation. That's why you are so happy with this particular first chapter from physics. Okay. Now, so talking about the characteristic. The first characteristic says that it must be easily available. It must be easily available. For example, if we are on the particular remote areas, if we are in remote areas, खेड़े गांव में हो, जहाँ पे बिजली भी नहीं पहुँची आज तक, yes or no? So in that particular area, if you have to cook the food, I know LPG is the best form of energy to cook the food, but in the remote areas, okay, we don't have even electricity. That particular area don't have LPG connections. Then which particular form or which particular source is available there? Definitely wood. They also use cow dung dried cakes, शेणाचे उपले, शेणाच्या गौऱ्या. Yes or no? So your particular source must be available, then only it must be good source of energy. Yes, we are talking about LPG. किसी एरिया में LPG है ही नहीं है, so how it becomes a good source of energy then? So your good source of energy must be easily available. It must be good source of energy if it is there with you. Otherwise, what is the use? Okay. Number 2, it must gives you lot amount of heat energy behind unit value, that is called as high calorific value. Talking about calorific value, is it there? Okay, so it must have high calorific value. If the particular spelling is wrong, make it correct then. Calorific value. Okay, that is what is meant by calorific value. Amount of heat energy produced behind unit mass of fuel. Okay, what is meant by high calorific value? That means that particular source must have high energy output. High energy output means if you are having 1 kg of wood, if we are having 1 kg of wood and also we are having 1 kg of coal, burn these particular two sources that gives you heat. The particular source having a high calorific value, if that produces lot amount of heat energy. So coal produces lot amount of heat energy, that we are going to learn in the next topic. Coal produces lot amount of heat energy as compared to wood. So coal having higher calorific value. So good source of energy having a characteristic, that is amount of heat energy produced behind unit mass. So lot amount of heat energy must be produced behind unit mass of fuel. Okay, then high calorific value. Number 3, it must be easy to use, means easily accessible. It must be easy to use. So which one is easy to use, LPG or burning wood? Definitely LPG. Switch it on, you will get the heat. Okay, so LPG is easily accessible as compared to wood. So your source must be easily accessible. Okay, next one is easy to store and transport. When we are talking about LPG, it is very easy to store, घर के कोने में रह जाता है, and it is very easy to transport. You no need to transport it. The particular company which holds that particular LPG, that transport it towards your home. Okay, then it must be pollution free. It must be pollution free means it does not produce much harmful gases. Obviously, if anything is going to burn, definitely the lot amount of gases are going to release. But take care that select such a source that produces very less harmful gases, that controls the air pollution. And the most important topic, it must be economical. It must be economical. The meaning of economical, सस्ता. The source must be cheaper. सस्ता होना चाहिए. This must be there for India. Okay, if it is cheaper source, then we can easily use that. It must be available for all then. Okay, that's why we are having a scheme from our government like a Ujjwala Yojana. Okay, so these are the parameters on the basis of which we can decide whether the particular given source is good source or not. It must be easily available. It must have high calorific value, that means provides lot amount of heat energy. It is easy to use, means easily accessible. It must be easy to store and transport. It must be pollution free, and it must be economical. So on the parameters we can decide whether the given source is good or not. Is it clear to all? Hope you understand. Then after these particular characteristics of good source of energy, now we are able to get the particular source of energy for the particular purpose. Is it clear? Then now after this you are having 3 questions there on page number 243. Now you are able to write down the answers for these particular 3 questions. So this is homework for you. The questions there on the page number 243. I am going to share the picture of these particular questions also. Okay. So up to this we completed our first two pages. Now moving towards the next topic, that is nothing but the types of sources of energy. These sources of energies are going to divide into two main topics, that is conventional source of energy and non-conventional source of energy. Then what is meant by conventional? Conventional sources of energies are nothing but, this word conventional is coming from convenient, means they are easy to use. You did not require a large amount of setup, a large setup for getting energy from these conventional sources. That's why they are easy to use. And if any source is not easy to get the energy, they comes under non-conventional sources of energy. Okay, so convenient to use, conventional source of energy. Non-convenient to use comes under non-conventional source of energy. In Marathi, if you get the meaning of this particular term, it is called as paramparik, means that is we utilize from a long period. Okay, traditional source of energy. Why they are paramparik? Why we are using them from the long period? Because they are easy to use. We can easily get the energy from that sources. That's why they comes under conventional source of energy. And why we are not using them? Because they are non-convenient to use. It is too simple. The source of energy which is convenient to use and we are using them from the long period comes under conventional sources, and the particular sources which require large setup to get the energy from comes under non-conventional sources of energy. Yes or no? Along with that, we also divide the sources of energy in two different forms, that are conventional sources of energy, mostly non-renewable sources of energy. Which are conventional sources comes under non-renewable, and which one are the non-conventional? अपारंपरिक, जो पहले से नहीं अभी अभी इन्वेंट हुए हैं, अपारंपरिक, that comes under renewable source of energy. Now see, the whole chapter sources of energy are going to divide into conventional sources of energy which are non-renewable and non-conventional source of energy which are renewable. Just we'll take the definitions of these two. Now this is the last topic. Tomorrow we are going to learn conventional first, the half chapter, then moving towards the non-conventional. Then what is meant by conventional source of energy? The meaning of conventional source of energy, I already told you that if the particular source gives you the lot amount of energy, yes, in very easy manner, that don't require much setup. So from the long period, from the ancient time, we are getting the energy from that sources because it is very easy to get the energy. That's why they are convenient to use, comes under conventional. But we are using them on a very high rate because they are easy to use. So I will give you the example. Conventional source of energy, the most common example are petroleum, or we can say fossil fuel. That petroleum comes under fossil fuel. Okay, fossil fuel. Now in this, most common coal and all the petroleum. So it is very easy to get the heat energy from coal. Okay, use of coal gives the revolution to the industrial areas in India. Okay, if you see the page number 244, see that pie chart given there and find out the area that represents what amount of coal we are using to get the energy in India. More than 60 to 70% we are utilizing coal. In India, we are using 60 to 70% of coal only to get the energy from. Is it clear? So why coal then? Because just burn the coal, you will get the heat energy. That does not require much large setups. That's why that coal and petroleum comes under conventional sources, because they are easy to use. But at the same time, they are non-renewable. They are non-renewable because this particular coal takes lot time. Okay, the formation of coal takes a long period. Long period मतलब कितना? Millions of years. Maybe it is there in the lower classes, that formation of coal. It is there in the 8th. The chapter is coal and petroleum maybe. Okay, the formation of coal is there. How the coal is formed? Remember the process. The coal is nothing but the dead remains from the animal and plant bodies because of the certain circumstances like earthquake, tsunami. Because of these natural calamities, okay, your dead plant and animal bodies buried into the earth crust, and because of the high pressure and under the earth high temperature, some anaerobic bacteria, anaerobic microorganisms decompose these plant bodies and animal bodies and convert them into coal and petroleum. This must be the process. आपको सबको पता है. So this particular process, decomposition process, takes millions of years. So if मुझे लगता है कि मैं मेरे बच्चे के लिए थोड़ा सा कोल बना के रखूँ, so it is not possible because it takes millions of years. So you cannot form coal for the same generation. Yes or no? आप अपने next generation के लिए भी कोल नहीं बना सकते. So we are having a limited amount of coal with us. So if you are utilizing that coal with on a high amount, so at the particular time period they are going to exhaust. हमको छोड़ के चल, they run out. Yes or no? That's why that coal and petroleum comes under non-renewable. So what is non-renewable? Which we are having in the limited amount, and it takes a long period to form. We cannot form them, we cannot produce them for the same generation. Yes, that's why they are non-renewable. What is meant by renewable? Take the example: air, water, energy from the earth. Okay, these particular energies we are getting from the air, water, earth, so on. For example, the most important one, solar energy. Now think about this: air, water, earth and solar energy. They are with us from the millions of years and in future for millions of years. Yes, so they are not going to run out, they are not going to exhaust. That's why we can use them on the large scale, but to getting energy from them we require a big setups. That's why they are not convenient to use, comes under non-conventional, but definitely they are renewable. बनते रहते आप कितना भी यूज कर लो. Is it clear? So your sources of energy, the whole chapter is going to divide into conventional sources of energy which are non-renewable, most common examples of coal and petroleum, and another non-conventional which are not convenient to use, that requires large setup and they are renewable. That's why we get that particular. Then what is the need of these non-conventional sources of energy which they are not convenient to use? बड़ा simple है. See, if this particular coal and petroleum is very easy to get the energy from, and we are getting the energy on the alarming rate, इतना ज़्यादा यूज करेंगे, so they are going to exhaust, they are going to run out. Yes or no? For our generation, if coal is there, and for our future generation, coal एक बस कहानियों में बचेगा तो चलेगा? Definitely. Yes or no? So you have to conserve that particular conventional forms of energy. अगर वो खत्म होने को जा रहे हैं, so you must have to conserve them from the future generation. Yes or no? So for conserve them, you must have to find out some alternatives. ढूंढने पड़ेंगे ना, and that alternatives are nothing but the non-conventional sources of energy. That is nothing but the whole chapter. Hope you understand the story behind this chapter. So your sources of energy is going to divide into conventional and non-conventional. So this is up to the today's video. Okay, if I am going to recapitulate the whole terms we learn in this particular chapter. So पहला, what is mean by sources of energy? What is the characteristics of good source of energy? Sources of energy is having a two types, conventional and non-conventional. Also going to divide into non-renewable and renewable. Is it clear up to this? Now from the next video we are going to start learning with some conventional forms of energy and how we are able to derive the energy from them. Then after these conventional sources of energy, some are the alternative, that is non-conventional source of energy. Clear to all? Thank you so much.